Now let's turn to the subject of child nutrition in China's rural areas. According to a national report released recently, children in China are healthier than ever before. Worryingly, however, cases of malnutrition are still being found in some poverty-stricken areas. And children in rural areas remain shorter and lighter than their urban peers. But it's hoped a recent initiative can help these areas learn more about the value of nutrition. Wu Haojun has this report.
Yingjiang Village in Zunyi City's Jingding Township is a typical Chinese village. More than 70% of young people have gone to work in the big cities, leaving their children and the elderly behind. 10-year-old Zhang Yushuang and her 1-year-old sister live with their grandparents. Their parents work in Zhejiang province. Yushuang does not like having breakfast and seems to be neglected by her grandmother.
She did not have breakfast this morning. She's not hungry. I gave her some money to buy some snacks.
Her grandmother says she knows nothing about nutrition and their life is quite simple with no consideration given to adjusting their diet. She usually cooks vegetables for Zhang Yushuang but seldom meat. They buy fruit when Zhang's parents give them more money. In Zhongxing School in the Jingding Township, fresh meat and vegetables are provided for the pupils' lunches. Normally, there are 2 dishes and a soup, and the menu differs from day to day. All the processes from buying to cooking are supervised to ensure security. The pupils seem to enjoy the lunches.
I like the lunch in school. It tastes like home cooked, but it is more nutritious because there is both meat and vegetables.
The school's principal says the pupils face many problems at lunchtime before this initiative.
Many parents have gone to work outside. Some students just buy snacks for lunch. Some have lunch in a small restaurant, and some do not have lunch at all.
Although the school project has improved child nutrition in rural areas, for preschool children who don't get these free lunches, it's difficult for them to get a nutritious meal. For parents in rural areas, they need to change their strategy at meal times from eating fully to eating healthily. But most of them are poorly educated when it comes to food security and nutrition in China's rural areas. There's still a long way to go. Wu Haojun, CCTV.
Now for more on this topic, firstly, let me walk you through some data about Chinese children's health. According to a 2015 report on Chinese residents' chronic disease and nutrition, for children aged between 6 and 17 years, the growth retardation rate of rural children is 3 times higher than their urban peers. All children under 7 years who participated in the nationwide survey passed the WHO growth standards test for both height and weight. Among them, urban children passed the standard in weight by 0.1 to 1.2 kilograms, while their rural peers passed it by 0.3 to 0.9 kilograms. And to fill the gap between China's children's health in urban and rural areas, there are some projects being implemented nationwide. In 2011, a free lunch project was introduced to improve nutrition for impoverished rural school children. And also a project called Cheer for 5 was initiated by different charity organizations, and its aim is to improve nutrition levels for preschool children aged between 3 and 5 years. Now, with all these projects, children's nutrition in rural areas is improving, but problems such as a lack of nutrition knowledge and unhealthy snacks replacing nutritious food still remain, and there's still a long way to go from eating fully to nutritiously.